screen. Okay, so today again we are going to learn about EC2 machine only, little bit more about how to install Apache, how to create Linux machine, and how we can create a web page, all these things. So yeah. Okay, so let's just create one EC2 machine again, and this time we will see more, try to see more options, that how they work and what other options we can select. So now we will create a Windows machine. So let me give the name of this machine Windows. Now first point is, what is name and what is this tags means, what is the requirement of this tags. See, tags or name is not mandatory thing, but it's important to have a name or tag of your machine. One point, what is the purpose and why it is required, what value addition they do is, see, right now we are only creating one or two or three machines, right? We know how to manage them, we can identify easily. But when there will be any production environment or any company who is having a around 20, 25, 100, more than 100 machines in one region, it will be very difficult to them to identify that which machine is having which type of application run. So to identify those things, we can add the tags. It's not mandatory to, you can have only one tag. You, with this additional tag, you can add more tags also. And tag is the key value pair combination. You need to type the key and the value, both you can manage. Like for example, if I wanted to add uh, the purpose of this machine, for example, so I can type purpose can be key and the value will be like demo, and the resource type could be anything. You can give this name, the same name, if you wanted to give to instance, to the volume we will see. Volume is like that C drive, E drive things, elastic graphics, all those things means if you will select all five, the all five will have the demo tag available with them. Everything in AWS is having this option that is called tag. You can give the tag, and tagging is like something. Suppose you have created a 500 resources in your AWS account, and in AWS account, it's you, every time whenever you create a resource, you have a practice, you type the purpose of that particular resource. And there are different types of purpose you are typing, like purpose could be production, testing, demo, dummy, and training. So you are giving 100 resources under production, 100 type of resources under test, 100 in the demo, 100 in the training. So after some day, you come to know that the training resources are unnecessary resources and you don't want them to be charged because they are not required right now. So directly with the help of tag, you can filter it out, that the what all are the resources having a key a tag that is training. They has to be list down so that you can delete them. So this will help you to list down, to filter it out. If you will not give this kind of tag, then it's very difficult to identify those 100 resources out of that 500 that which you wanted to delete, right? So this much is the only benefit of this tag. There are many, but in industry, one more thing they follow with the tag, they follow one standard naming convention. So that is very company to company, that how they wanted to give. They will never give this type of name, that Windows or demo or something. They have something like a prod, UK South underscore, the app machine 1, app machine 2, this kind of naming convention, that whatever they wanted to follow they can have. And they can have a minimum up to 50 tags per resource or per machine. but they can increase this limit also. Also, one more thing, what all are the services which is present in AWS, they have some soft limits. Now what is the meaning of soft limit? Soft limit is like AWS has designed the system that, for example, you can create 20 EC2 machines per region. If you want to go more than 20, you need to raise a support ticket to AWS to increase the limit, and you have to specify the reason why you wanted to increase it. Why they are keeping a soft limit? If they will not keep the soft limit, the people who uh, who don't have that much experience in AWS, they might can create more than 20 machines, and it could be the chance of waste of resources. And obviously you need to pay the extra charge which you have not done purposely. There is one more point, we have auto scaling concept here, right? We will learn auto scaling, but as the name says that auto scaling, automatically scaling has to be done. If there will not be a soft limit, there might be a chances the machines are getting created infinity level. So to control those kind of things, they have mentioned every service has some of the soft limit. Like EC2 is having a 20, you can have a VPC of up to 5, you can have 100 buckets in per account, like that. So this is one part. And yeah, name.
So, sorry to interrupt. So 20 EC2 instance is in one region or in one account?
One region, per region
Okay,
20
per
machines.
region. Okay.
Okay, yeah. So it's like a name and key value concept. So they recommend to give at least name to your machine. They are recommending, but without this also you can create. Okay, so now next section is operating system. Now what is this AMI section? Obviously we are going to learn inside this, so we only just select right now the Windows machine, because we are trying to create first Windows machine. Yesterday we have seen the Linux part, so Windows machine we have selected. Now this one we have already completed, that what is the instance type, right? What, how they manage. So if you wanted to compare instance type, you can go and click on this and you can do all the type of comparison. Everything will be displayed here. Initially when I have started learning AWS, they were having very different kind of structure for the instance type. They were having this option to filter it out with the type, like general purpose compute and all those things. But after some day they have changed with this instance type, with the name, with this what we called identifier, like T2 micro, T2 small, T2 medium, like that. So for that you need to be little bit aware, or you need to go and select this type of requirement whatever you have. And one more thing, yesterday I forgot to highlight. Suppose you have a requirement, like you want some odd number of machine, like you want 48 CPU and 231 kind of RAM. So this is something very odd combination. So you can't go with this type of odd combination, like you don't have any option to select CPU or a RAM as per your choice. You have to use the readily available template standard size which is being designed by AWS. Whatever size or whatever thing is very nearby to you, like if you can see this is having a more RAM, it's like a you need a memory optimized instance thing. So if you will go with the memory optimized, that is a R series, right? uh, R series. So if you will go and type R series, okay, it is not reflecting here, just go to instance type in AWS. Okay, memory optimize. Under memory optimize you have R series, so you are more inclined towards memory. as we can see. So 231 is not the option, but you have a 256 option, but under 256 you are getting 32 as a CPU. So either you can go with this or either you can go with this, because you have to manage a 48 CPU size also. So you can go with this option, which will have, at least if they are having more RAM, that is fine, but they have your CPU requirement matching. So you can go with this instance type. You just simply go and select it, and you can just simply type here and change it. Yeah, see, you can go and select it. Okay, so this is one way of doing it. Means it's like you can't go with your choice of size for the RAM, CPU or something. You have to use the standard size which is being defined by AWS. So we are using T2 micro, as this is the free tier eligible. Next is key value pair. We have seen we can use our existing key pair, and there is no limit to create any, like one or two of key pair. You can create a number of keys, but it's very difficult to manage, so you have to create at least limited amount of keys so that you can manage them. And you can use one key throughout the life. It's completely okay. And yeah, so I'm selecting that key pair which I have created yesterday. See, this is the networking section. Under networking section, we will have complete lecture when we learn the VPC part. As of now, you have to only focus on the security group part. Now, what is that security group part? See, I have told you, or we have seen that network, under networking section we have seen that port part, right? Under port, that is kind of a door, right? So security group is that door only, like a firewall. Firewall is like you have one EC2 machine, so you want to specify that what kind of port can go inside and what can be go outside. Like for example, 22, we know that, right? Why we need a 22? That is for SSH. And 3389 is for RDP. Now we are creating a Windows machine, so it is mandatory to have 3389 port open in the security group. Now if I will not give that port open, so am I able to log in into that machine? That we need to see. Create a security group. You can create your own security group, or with that you will call it as a launch wizard, or you can select the existing security group even if you have before, like whatever security group you have created earlier, you can select it from here. But right now I just wanted to show you the demo, so I'm creating a new one. It is asking if you wanted to allow any specific port. Right now it is giving me that RDP traffic option. I don't want, I just wanted to show you the what benefit it will give, so I'm just creating a blank security group right now. That name will be launch wizard 2. I wanted to change the name, so for how to change that name, just click on that edit option above and you can give your own security group name. So let me give that batch 1 AWS solution architect security group. So throughout the course we can select the security group. I can give the description, and under this rule, under this rule is like you can add the ports, but we will see this port part, so I am not selecting any port right now. There will be 0 port, remove. Okay, blank security group I am creating. And the above section, that VPC, subnet, auto IP, all these things we will see in the VPC part. We are only selecting this default. Now storage section. Now what is the meaning of this storage section? Just see. Under free tier eligible part, you can have a default storage of 30 GB, that is a C drive of 30 GB in Windows machine. When we have selected Windows machine, so it will give you a free tier 30 GB of the drive. For Linux, you will get 8 GB. You can add new volumes also. You can do some edit section also, like EFS or these things, but this is like a high level concept, so it's not required right now. See, you can add more volumes also. We have one volume that is a 30 GB under this section. This is the type, EBS and device name, all these things. And under volume you can add more 8 GB of volume, like this will be the D drive. So we will have one more EC2 machine where we will create this volume part, but right now I'm only going with the one default volume, that is 30 GB. Everywhere you will get this encrypt decrypt option, and encrypt decrypt option, you know, right? It's like we convert our that normal text or normal data into the cipher text so that no one can easily access any do you guys have idea about the encryption part?
I know the meaning of encryption. So in this volume part, like what it gonna do with encrypt?
It gonna do the all the data, whatever data you are storing inside this volume
Okay,
will be encrypted.
okay.
Okay, yeah. So okay, this is volume part. Now advanced setting, there are a lot of advanced settings are available. See, you can buy this with the spot instance also. Under domain join, it's like you can attach domain join directory. That this is something very high level point, so it's not required right now. IAM role, we will have the complete session on IAM and you will understand what is the purpose of this IAM. Okay, now auto recovery, yeah, instance recovery, like if that is will be down or something happened with your instance, you can create an automatic recovery which will be managed by the AWS. Shutdown behavior, you can have a stop and terminate both the option, or either you can change that shutdown behavior to the terminate. Instead of stopping the instance, it will directly terminate them. And hibernate option is also there. Hibernate, we know that we can keep our system at ideal stage. Termination policy, yes, we can enable or disable. While disabling, you can never be terminate directly. You have to first edit this option to enable, then only you can terminate. Stop protection, again the enable and disable that. Like for example, if you have enabled it, no one can go and directly stop it until and unless manually if you will go and change the setting, then only you can stop it. See, GPU intensives, like if you are attaching any graphics card into this. CloudWatch monitoring, definitely if you wanted to monitor this particular instance, monitoring part we will see, then you will understand this monitoring thing. And placement group is nothing but it's kind of a thing like there is a rack, right? Under this rack you can also specify. Rack is like a data center area of physical hardware where your machine is getting created, so you can specify that I want this machine, and suppose I'm creating a 5 machine, so I want my 5 machine has to be created into one rack. You can choose, you can select the placement group options also, like where you wanted to place your machines. But if you will not select, so definitely AWS will create that 5 machine randomly anywhere wherever they want. So either you can go with this, either you can go with this. And capacity reservation, tenancy, yeah, tenancy is the one of the most important thing. Tenancy is like, see, you have a shared, you have a dedicated, and you have a dedicated host. See, we have learned about dedicated instance and dedicated host, right? So they both you can select from here. Shared is something like this, you are not specifying where to create, it will be create anywhere. So since yesterday to till now we are creating our instance in with the shared tenancy. Okay, RAM disk, okay, leave that. Kernel ID, okay. Licensing also, you can bring your own license if you have something. Metadata is like information about your machine, data about your data, so it will generate and give you the detail. User data is again something very important which we will see in the next machine which we are going to create. So okay, so we are done with the options. Whatever options I had left, somehow in the next section or after that it will be covered. So yeah, we are creating only one instance. You can increase, and this will be the small description that you have selected these kind of information, and just click on launch instance. Okay, so it is creating. It will take 3 to 4 minutes to create a Windows machine. Windows machines are little slower than the Linux machine. See, refresh. It's creating. See that right now the connect option is also disabled. And let me just show you the security group option. What is the security group? You will get here only. Okay, security is here now. See, we are not open with any of the port right now. See, now connect is enabled, but still the status check is passing. So if you will try to click on this connect option, it will not be able to see how to get this connect. See, click on connect and you will get this RDP client section option. So just click on this part and connect with using with RDP client. So you need to get the password. How to get the password? See, you have a username, you have a DNS and you have a username, but you don't have a password. So just click on this get password, upload the key. Which key? It is giving you that key option. See this one, this is the key option. You can click on this upload the key and you just select that key, whatever key you have attached. Always remember the key which you have attached with the machine, you can log in with that key only. And click on decrypt option. Oh, it is allowing me to decrypt so early. Earlier it was like 4 to 5 minutes, it takes 4 to 5 minutes, but I don't know, still they will ask me to wait. See, now just go to remote desktop connection, click on that. Now you have a DNS, you have a username, you have a password. Instead of DNS you can use the public IP also to log in, but right now I'm using a DNS. So just click on this DNS part, click on connect. It will prompt me to type username and password. See, it will give you this option, you are not able to log in. Why it is giving me this problem? Because the door is not opened yet. So for that I need to just go into the security group. See, left side panel, you can go from here or you can go from the instance place. So I'm just going from this security group. Under security group we have created the security group, just select that. Under this you will get this inbound rule. There are two options, inbound rule and outbound rule. Inbound is like something incoming and the outbound is outgoing traffic. So for security groups, outgoing traffic is always like all port open. You can manage this kind of traffic also, but it's not required. You can you can go and deal with your firewall with the inbound rule also. Under in security group you can only allow the ports, only you can add whatever ports you wants to allow. Like if I will go and click on edit inbound rule and I want to add the rule, and for RDP I just need to select the RDP section part here and custom no, I don't want to open it for all. There are 2 3 options you can customize. Like I can specify a specific IP address like 128.10.1 dot sorry 128.10.1.5/32. Right, 32 means the one IP. You can specify that specific IP address also. Only this IP address can go inside this machine. You can use anywhere option. Anywhere is like 000 means like open for all, anyone can go. IPv6 option you can also add. You can add my IP address. My IP is like my laptop IP address. I can go inside. So as of now I'm selecting anywhere option only and save the rule. So we have added the rule. Now let's try to connect again. See, they have prompted me. So it's like the system was waiting for that door to get inside. Now more choice, click on use the different account. Under this username and password, you need to enter this administrator by default. For Linux machine, what was the username? That is a EC2 is a user, and for Windows it is administrator, and the password, just type it and click on OK. Yes. Okay, see, this is the machine which we have just now created, and we are logged in. So if you wanted to go and see something, like just use it with as a normal Windows machine only. It will take 1 or 2 minutes properly to load. So yeah, I can go with the file explorer, and you will see under this, see, you have a C drive of 30 GB, and in which your operating system has been installed. So just go and click on right side, and if I wanted to see the property, see, you will get the information about it, that it's a Windows Server 2022 operating system, license is also available, everything, all the information related with the machine you will get. Okay, so this is how we create a Windows machine. Yesterday we have seen the Linux machine. Now moving towards the next part. Next part is, any doubt till now?
No.
Okay, so Ashwati, do you have any doubt?
No, no.
Okay, great. So let's just have you heard about this Apache installation, Tomcat installation, IIS server means the web servers information? Do you have any idea about these things?
No, I don't
Uh,
have any.
I know about
Okay.
the Apache. Apache is basically web server, right?
Right. So Ashwati, these are the web servers which we use to host any of the website, right? Like for example, we have this AWS EC2, AWS website. We have a Flipkart. We have a Amazon, or we have any of the Adidas, any website. They are hosted somewhere, right? Hosting is like something which help us to make available, the website is available, it was running somewhere, you have a code readily available, right? You have designed a XYZ website, and you want to make that website available for public, so you need one domain and you want to host that website, so you need some of the web servers or some backend thing which will help you to launch the website. That's it in a simple term. So in Windows, we have a IIS web server which help us to launch the website. In Linux, we have a Apache. We have a Tomcat which will help us to launch a Java applications. We have a Nexus which again help, again a web server like Apache only, right? So there are many more, just a little bit google it, what is the web server and all those things, you will understand what it is. If you will not, just bring the question, I'll guide you how those things work. So right now we are having a Windows machine, so we can now going to install IIS server. We are going to host one machine. So for hosting a website, we have 2 3 options available, and that option is, one second, let me go with this. Yeah, type this link. You can just simply type on the Google how to install IIS on Windows EC2 machine. That will give you again the link, but this link is having proper information, proper article. It will give you the best information. So that's why I kept saving these kind of links. So I'm just pasting here, IIS server installation. Just type it here. Okay. Now see, this is giving the information. There are two ways to install. I am going to install with the help of PowerShell command. You have to try these options. Just read this article carefully and follow this. you will get this the same uh, solution what we are doing with the help of PowerShell. See this one, just read it. Why I am giving you this as a homework is because you will explore more part here. So simply, this is having one PowerShell command. Just copy this command and go inside this machine, just type PowerShell, or you just click on this section, just go to Windows PowerShell, just type this command and enter. See, it will started working. Now what it is doing, just go and see here backside under the C drive, under this section. See, right now you are not having any of the init pub folder, but once this will be installed, you will get that folder downloaded here. In the meantime, let's just explore. See how to install. You just need to go to this option, that is a server manager. Under server manager, just go and click on add roles and features. You are adding some roles or some features into your Windows machine. After that, once you begin, you just need to click on next, whatever default information it is giving, just go and simply select. And under this role section, there are a lot of roles which you want to enable, like Hyper-V or network controller, network remote access, anything. You just go and select the web server IIS, and once you will done, it will ask you that you want to add this feature in your machine. So you need to, yes, click on this add feature, then next, again next, selecting only default option, next, and you are done with the option. So how to get this page, I will tell you that how this page will you will get. See, once it is at 92%, you will get this folder, right? So just let it complete with 100%. Okay, see, it is done. Now you are done with the IIS server installation, but you wanted to see that whether it is installed or not. So just take the IP address, public IP address of your machine, copy this and simply type on the internet and paste it. So it will not give any response right now. Why it is not giving any response? Because IIS server is required, port 80 should be open in the firewall. Like the browser, these are the HTTP connections, right? Internet connection. So the HTTP connection is trying to get inside your machine to bring that IIS server page where you can host your own website. So just simply go to the security group and just simple add rule. Oh, they don't have add rule option here. Okay, just click on the security group and edit inbound rule. Just go add and click on HTTP and anywhere and save rule. So if you will again refresh this, it will give you this. See, this is the IIS page default page option. Now you don't want this web page, you want your own website should be displayed here, which you have coded, which you have designed. So just simply go inside this init pub, under this www root folder. Under this you will get this default two pages, which is giving the output of this, right? I don't want this, I want my own custom page. So just simply create one file. Let me just create one text file, for example. That file name has to be index.html, and click on this file and just type, this is my first website for demo, and save this file, save as, and the type has to be all type, and the save. Yes, I want to replace it. What happened? Why it is not changing to, okay, still it is taking as a text document. Okay, let it be. Let me delete all these things and let me open Notepad again. This is my first website. File, save as. Now I want to give index.html. See, now this HTML page has been designed. So just simply go and refresh it. It will give you, this is my first website. See, now I wanted to do some setting or some changes. So open with Notepad. I want that it has to have some HTML tag. So h1 I can open h1, and the end I can go with the slash h1, closing, save, simple save. Now go and refresh it. See, you can code and you can design your own website. This is the IP address. You can bind it with the domain like www.xyz.com and you're good to go with the website. Right now this is a sample code, but definitely developer will give you the proper coding and the proper code folder, everything. And they will also have this one default web page which you need to put here, and you need to set, you are able to set up the website or you are able to host the website. Understood? Any doubt till here?
No.
Okay, so this is like a website hosting on the Windows machine. Now we are going to host a website on Apache. Now how to host the means like, sorry, Linux machine or a Windows machine or a Ubuntu. So how to host that, I'll tell you. One second. Yeah, so just go and quickly create one machine, that is a launch instance Linux machine. So I'm creating a Linux, it's default. See, I will select my own key pair and I will select my own security group, that is which I have created, batch this. And see, this is the default 8 GB they will give for Linux machine, and they are saying free tier eligible customer can get up to 30 GB of EBS volume, general purpose and magnetic storage. We will see what this means, but till now you are clear with this, right? And okay, I'm not selecting anything, I'm just selecting launch instance.
Sanjan, um,
Yeah,
while creating instances, we can use only one key pair for that.
yeah, we can. Are you asking that for any type of instance we are selecting only one key
Yes.
pair,
Uh,
right?
yes. But in Windows, you selected that key pair,
Yes,
and
same key pair you can use for Windows, for Linux, for Mac, for Ubuntu, for anything.
okay. And
Same key.
yesterday, yeah.
Mm-hmm.
And yesterday, in that while selecting key pair section, there was two option .ppk and other was I
Yes,
forgot.
yes.
Why we
PEM.
selected that?
PEM.
PM.
Huh.
Why we
Uh,
selected
yeah, I got your question. Good. So, see, let me tell you one point. PEM is the actual key pair extension. PPK is only and only for the putty software. So putty software is having a default thing. Right now, let I just created one instance, right? So yesterday I told you, I shown you how to use how to get inside with this Linux machine using MobExtra. We have recently seen the RDP. Now I will show you the purpose of PPK. Good question. Let me show, open the putty. Okay, I don't have putty downloaded in my laptop. Just give me a 1 second. Just simply go into the Google and type putty download. You will get this puttygen option to download for Windows or Mac or for any of the operating system. So I am going to use to download this for MSI installer for putty. Yes, I have 64-bit and 86 installer, or should I go with this? Okay, let me go with this normal installer. Click here to download manually, or yeah, download. Go to download and save. Both PPK and PEM is doing the same thing. The only problem is that PPK is putty supported key, that putty software supported key, and it's very it's like useful in the industry, so they have created a separate putty key. Here, see, putty. Just go and open this. See, when you will install the putty, you get two things, putty and putty gen. So first, before going inside the putty and login using the putty, you need to convert your key into the PPK format. So instead of converting, you can directly download in the form of PPK. But as we have a PEM key, so we will convert it. Just simply open this putty gen and load your key, whatever key you have, desktop, and you need to select all files and you need to select your PEM option. It is asking successfully imported. Okay, now no need to click anywhere, just simply click on save private key, yes, and on desktop only AWS batch, that's it. PPK is put private key, putty private key. Okay, save it. So we have saved this file. Now under putty configuration, just simply take the IP address of your Linux machine and click here, and under this SSH option, under this auth section, credential, just give this PPK file, browse. See, it will only pick PPK. See, it will take this PPK option only. So just simply go and open it and open. So it will not allow you to get inside right now because we have not enabled a port number 22. So for that, you just, why port number 22 is required? To get inside that machine. So we are having only 80 and 3389 enabled. So simply go inside this, edit this, and under add rule, see, it is saying this network connection error timeout. So just click OK and close this. Under this, just simply type SSH. It will automatically take the port number 22. I want to enable this for all. Save. Now again go and type putty and click IP address, SSH, auth, credentials, browse this one and open. See, it will prompt me that you want to accept. The same thing is been done by Mobaxterm. The extra work is been added by putty is you need to convert that key. Login. So I will just simply click 6 EC2 user, enter. See, you are able to log in inside that machine. Now clear with PPK and PEM?
Yes, yes, got it. Thank you.
Yeah, great. So yeah, we have seen IIS and everything. Now I wanted to install Apache inside that what we called, inside the this inside this Linux machine. So to install the Apache, see, first I need to update the machine. Sudo yum update -y, enter. It is already updated. And how to install? Sudo install httpd. httpd is the name of the service which represent Apache in Linux machine. If you are having a Ubuntu machine, you need to type sudo apt, sorry, here I need to type yum also. Yeah, you need to type that Apache. That naming representation for the Apache web server is Apache only in Ubuntu machines, but in Linux machines it's HTTPD. So both are same. The only difference is the naming convention. So simply just type sudo yum install HTTPD and enter. It will prompt you to type yes. So just simply type yes, and it is installing. See, you are done with this. Now I wanted to see the status of the service. Sudo system. Is this font size is clear, or should I increase this? Let me increase this. Setting, appearance. Where is that? 16. Okay. Apply. Okay, great. System CTL status HTTP D service, enter. The service is could not found. Okay. See, the service HTTPD is right now inactive. I need to start it. So just simply type the same command with, instead of status, just type start. So it will start my service. If you wanted to see again, just go with the status and check. See, the service is now enabled. If this is installed and enabled, then what happened with the browser? So I just go and take the IP address of my machine, that is Linux machine, public IP address. I will just go and type IP address and enter. See, Apache is installed. Just the way IIS was installed, Apache is also installed. Now I want this Apache thing should not visible. I want my own custom web page should be visible, just like here. So as this is the Linux machine, I have to do some little bit different kind of settings. So I need to go to the default location where this web page has been created. Let me close this RDP session first. Just simply go and close it, so you will be disconnected from here. So yeah, just simply go with the cd vars www.html and enter, and inside this ls. So under this, if you will see, there is no file is available right now. So you just go and click create one HTML file. So if you wanted to create a HTML file, there are 2-3 ways. You can use VI editor, you can use nano editor, anything. So let me use nano, and the name is index.html file, enter, and let me type this is sample web page for Linux machine. Control X, yes. Okay, it is saying permission denied. Okay, I need to type the sudo, or I should be a root user. Sudo, this is web page. That's it. So we have done. Now we need to restart the service to pick up this index.html page. So again, for restarting the service, you just need to type the sudo systemctl, and you need to type restart, enter. The service is restarted. Just simply go and refresh this page. You will be able to see your sample web page. So this is how you can host the website in Apache. Same way you can host it into Nginx. Again, that is again the web server. You can also host in on the Tomcat, but the application should be Java application. So there are different types of web servers are available. You can use it as per your choice. For .NET application, mostly it is used the IIS server only, because that .NET is like more Windows specific thing. So most of the time that website is hosted on IIS, that is .NET applications, and the application which has been hosted on Tomcat, that is a Java applications. And other application like either it could be Python, PHP, Node, Angular, that are more compatible with Apache or Nginx. Okay, any doubt till now?
No.
No.
Okay, so this is one part which we have seen right now. Like we have seen the manual installation or the manual configuration of our website. But what if let's have one use case, or I will say I want some of the basic thing has to be done as soon as my system is started. Like for example, I have one laptop. I want every time whenever I start the machine, my Teams should be open, right? I want PPT has to be open. I want Google Chrome should be open. So these are the things which I wanted to open automatically. So what I will do, I will apply them to in my Windows machine. Where we apply these things, we enable those things into this under task manager. We enable startups, we enable for Windows, right? To whenever the machine will start, this thing has to be started. Where is that startup thing? Where? This one, startup apps. Whenever the machine has to be start, those things has to be enabled. So right now everything is disabled for me, but I can make it enable. So whenever the machine will start, first thing which will start is that software which I have enabled. So in a same way, for I want whenever someone will create the machine, some part of it has to be done. For example, let me create quickly a Linux machine. Again, Linux user data. Now everything is same. I'm just going to select the same key pair. I'm selecting the same security group, but now I'm exploring that advanced detail part, and I'm just going to use this space, that is user data. Kind of startup thing. So what I want these to be happen. Now what does these things are doing? Sudo su is like switching the user to root user. Instead of that, you can apply the sudo also before that. Yum install httpd y will install the Apache server. Service start httpd will start my service. Configure check on, that is not mandatory thing, but you can check it. That's like just additional checkpoint that whether the http server is started or not. And my Linux web server will be the content which has to be get inside this HTML tag. Now these are the Linux command, but to run the Linux command I need to tell that these command has to be run on the Linux terminal. So for that I need to attach this shebang line, that is /bin/bash. I need to tell them use the bash or shell part to run those things. Now what is this bash or shell? These are the terminal. This one, go and use this kind of terminal and install these things. So you need to give this shebang line. Let me reconfirm that shebang line syntax is this only. Bash this one, okay? Shebang line for /bin/bash. Yeah, this one. This is the shebang line which I have passed. This one, okay, great. So just simply go and launch it. So this time, no need to log in again into that machine. It will automatically perform those tasks for you. See, before that I have created a machine, then I logged in and I configured Apache, all those things manually. But I wanted to automate it. It has to be done automatically. At least Apache installation has to be done before we log in. That has to be readily available. So just simply copy and let's see. It will take 1 minute or 2 minutes. Okay, just copy and let's see whether it is displaying the web page or not, or it will take. See, understood what we have done right now? How we have automated? Are you able to see this page?
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah, okay, great. So this is how you can configure a web pages and Apache installation, all those things, and user data, metadata, EC2 states. So from till here we are done with the basic part of EC2. So any doubt on this section? Okay, from tomorrow we will start AMI volumes and all those things. Okay. Okay, great. Or yeah, one more thing. Just before leaving or before doing, means like before closing the session or before closing your learning, just simply terminate those machines. Otherwise, it will be chargeable. So just simply go and select and terminate them. So it will terminate. Once you will terminate, all the session will be closed automatically. Okay, it will be
Okay.
gone in 1 or 2 minutes. Yeah, that's it. Okay then, thank you.
Okay.
Thank
Thank
you.
you.
Yeah,
Bye.
bye. Thanks for watching. Please subscribe my channel.